Welcome to Papa Junk Shop. Well, we got two more of these L's. Gonna see if we can make one out of the two. This one looks like the one that we'll probably use the main body of, at least, because if you remember right, the other one, somebody welded this tube on there and had some kind of a custom carburetor thing made, so I would imagine that's kind of boogered up there. So this one I don't think has the right head. I think this head is off a Y because the L is supposed to have higher fins, and the other one that's got the welded up frame or carburetor thing on it has got the right head on. So, and that one has a shroud, even though it's somebody's welded on it. We'll see what we can do with it. And let's see what else. They don't have a Kickstarter for these, so it's probably going to be turned into a rope starter. I guess we'll just get started on it. Get those wrong head bolts out of there. I think that's what's left of the spark plug out of there right now while we got it on something. May as well throw it right in the scrap. Just like the other one, hopefully we can save the head gasket. Oh, it actually looks pretty decent in here. Cylinder's nice. Oh, this one doesn't turn. I don't know why it doesn't turn. Well, that's something that we'll have to look into. See if we can get this head gasket off of there. Yeah, I think she's going to be okay. Valves. Turns. Okay. I don't know. Let's get the flywheel off. See if we're as lucky with this one as we were with the last one. Just took it off. What's I doing? What's in that starter cover? Gives me a bigger spot to hit. Yep, she's coming. Everything looks okay with the flywheel. Same identical capacitor and stuff. Okay, no surprises there. Things look like they're okay. Let's see what the innards look like. See if I can figure out why it's not turning. This is kind of gooey on the bottom too. Maybe we got some more of that good stuff. You know, I didn't even look to see if there's anything in it. Maybe I better do that before I get too carried away here. I just assumed that there wasn't anything in it. No, I don't see anything. Looks gooey again. Get there. These screws on this oil cover, well, but that one, they have a little like fiber gasket type washer on them. All of them but one look like they're going to be alright. Got. Try to save the gasket. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's why it doesn't turn. It's more of that nice goo. There's the plunger for the oil pump. There's the thing that works the plunger. That's supposed to be straight. So, still doesn't turn. But I don't see anything that looks like it should keep it from turning. It's nice and oily in there. Let's see, there's a flat spot on this shaft, so see if I can, maybe it's just really gummy and I just can't turn it easily. Yeah, there it goes. It's just real gummy. There we go. Let's see. Valves are going up and down. Cylinder looks real nice. Okay, so set these parts down on the floor. get this other one up there. And get a look-see in this one. Let's see it. This one turns. Oh, it's got compression too. Too bad somebody butchered that up. Huh. I don't know. People or something, aren't they? So, see about getting one. Let's see, those clamps are gone for the to hold the shroud on. They're not going to be fun to find or make. I think that's what somebody did here. They, if you could call that welding, they welded a tab on there. Ain't gonna see. Doesn't look like they boogered it up too bad. I think we can clean that up. Maybe we'll wind up doing the same thing, only we'll do it a little bit neater. Anyway. Let's do this again. This is the head that didn't even need that. We're going to need this head, because this is the correct head. Someplace I thought. Probably looking right at it. Let me see if I put it away. Alright, let me shut you down while I go on. I found that it was under the cart. I think I'm going to do the same procedure I did with the other one. It worked, so. Okay, that one went. Alright. Better tap it. And then get a hammer on that one. This one had a Phillips in it. It must have just been in there by a thread, because it came out easily. Okay, so. Boy, it's really nice out today. It must be almost 70. Guess we're going to get 2 days of this and then it's back to chilly. That come off real easy. That's the one we're going to use. We'll see about this head gasket. one's not cooperating at all. Okay. Well, it's copper. But I don't know, if you're desperate it might work. Okay, so see, this one turns alright. Gee, the cylinder looks real nice in this one too. Okay, let's see if it's got any oil in it. No breather, so I might put a cap in there. No breather, I bet you that baby smoked. No, don't see anything. There's a little bit of dampness in there, but nothing to drain out. Alright, I'm not sure on this one how much we're gonna need. Maybe I'll just leave that intact and we'll take a look and see about our oil pump. See if we got a good one in here. Oh yeah, this is the one with a custom drain plug. That's why there wasn't any oil in it, because it was just finger tight. I don't remember telling you about that. Somebody took the drain plug, probably rounded it all off, and then they welded that on there. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's just get this all loose. That washer didn't survive. Well, that's a good sign that popped up, so that means that thing's pushing in that spring. Yep, there goes the spring. Okay, so this one's good. It's relatively clean compared to the other ones. Alright, let's see. There's the plunger. And there's the part that let's see, that goes right in there and works that oil pump up and down. The spring went down in there, so I gotta fish that out. But it looks nice in there. Everything's nice and oily. See if I can get that spring out of there. Guess I'll have to go fishing with a magnet. Must be stuck in the oil. Okay, so we got a good oil pump. We got a head from this one. And possibly we might be using that shroud with either some brackets that we saved off of some of these other ones, but they don't have brackets either, so I'm thinking that maybe I'll be making tabs for that one too, but I'll make one a little nicer than that one. Okay, I'm going to fish that spring out of there and We got to see if we can get the mag working on the one that we're going to use, and just in general check things out. I'm going to try to get this baby off of there. Looks like this one might actually come out, so, but I got to get this off before I can unscrew that. So I thought I heated this up. I'll give this a few taps and see if it turns. Kind of like to save this one. Let's turn it in the block. I won't have to chisel it out of the block, but yeah, I'm gonna heat that and cool it a few times and put some penetrating on it. See if I can't get it off of there. I'm going to try to be patient. While that exhaust is soaking and cooling, I'm going to test out this capacitor. I'm assuming it's not going to be good. I would say it's almost shorted. Yeah, you usually don't go that far. It's headed right for the short. Okay, so we're going to go and find another one like I had before and do the same procedure. Okay, got the points clean, got that new capacitor installed, and we got spark. Well, the wire stays on. This end of this plug doesn't come off, so. Got good spark. But I run into a complication. I put the original flywheel back on and I couldn't turn the engine over. And I thought, whoa, what's going on here? If you remember right, this one wouldn't turn over, and we didn't see anything wrong in the insides other than that oil pump was broke, but it didn't really look like it was in the way of anything. And even after I got it out of there, it still wouldn't turn. So I got looking things over, and what I found was the flywheel is expanded, I guess you would call, and hitting on the mag. What little bit I could turn it, it scraped on the magnets. You can see right here. And I got looking at this flywheel, and you can see right here where some spots, hopefully you can see, yeah. Right here is where some pieces of this, actually it's zinc, die cast, come off. And right here you can see where it's separating. And then right here around the hub, you can see that it's kind of separating. Now I either read or watched a video or something where I heard them talking about this zinc stuff swelling up, and it's kind of a crappy looking casting actually. So this flywheel isn't any good. The only other thing you could do would be to shave some off of the magnetic poles in there, but that would be quite a chore because they're quite large and rounded. So I took the flywheel off this other one, and it's good. So we got lucky there. Good thing we had two engines, huh? So we got spark. I guess next I'm going to work on getting this exhaust off some more, and it'll be clean up time and double check everything. Well, I wasn't able to save that exhaust piece. In the process of trying to get it off of there, I broke the casting. But I discovered another problem. I don't know if you guys noticed when I was rolling it over to check the spark, you could hear kind of a rattling sound. Well, the rod seems to be a little excessive clearance there. So I'm going to pull her off. I think there's shims in these. There was the other one. If not, I guess we'll be robbing some parts out of that one, and if we have to, then we're going to be doing the honing job and all that stuff. So this turned into an interesting project. Okay, I got her apart. Here's the shims. They are pretty thick. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not. It must be about 1/16 of an inch. So I guess I'm going to try working these down a little bit evenly on some on my I got an older surface plate that I use that for. I'll put some fine sandpaper on there and work these down a little bit. They're brass. Keep trying it till I get it right. Okay, I worked on them shims for a while and my fingers weren't very happy about it, so I thought I found a lathe tool, new one, and the side that I was working on was nice and clean, and I super glued it onto that lathe tool. Now I got something I can get a hold of, work these down. And they did measure 62 thousandths, which is 1/16 of an inch, so I can get a measurement here and then keep checking till I get down a ways, and then I'll put them in and check it. Hey, this bugger's really give me a run for my money. So I got this rod bearing thing all straightened out, wound up with 16 thousandths off of those shims, so there's quite a bit of slack in there, but it still had a tight spot in it when you turn it over, and I thought it was just the valves, you know, from not being used. So I took the side cover off, or valve cover off, and made sure that everything was lubed up good in there, and the valves all move free, and the lifters move free. And I thought, what the heck is making this bind? So I thought maybe these bearings were dry. So I popped this off, and that bearing looks alright, and it seemed fine. And the same with this one. And I'm going to put this someplace where it's not going to get harmed. But I wound up taking this crankshaft over and putting it in the lathe, and the crank's bent. And I thought this was going to be an easy one, you know, broken oil pump and what, switch the head around and do some cleaning, and yeah, okay. So I guess we're going to be robbing the crank out of this one. Crank, and I might as well use a piston and a rod too. So looks like this is going to be another complete overhaul almost. I don't know if I should mess with the valves or not. They look pretty good. Maybe I should just leave them alone. But I've had enough for today. So we're going to start on this again tomorrow. Beautiful day in Pennsylvania. We're going to get started on this engine again. Well, I already did get started on it. And it never ends with this one. So I decided to start cleaning up this block, and in the process I went to take the governor arm off, and it's made out of that die cast stuff, and it just crumbled. And the other one doesn't have one. Apparently it already crumbled. And then in the process of cleaning this up, I discover that the governor housing is broken too. So apparently when that oil pump broke and come off of there, it did some serious damage. Bent the crank, and broke this, and of course bent up that plunger that runs the oil pump. And I haven't seen anything else damaged. Then I had the swollen up flywheel, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the valves and everything out of this one. I might as well give it a valve job. I've gone this far. And I'm going to tear the rest of this one apart and check out the, well, we'll probably use the rod and the piston and the crankshaft and the governor out of this one. So I'm going to tear these all the rest of the way down and pick all the best parts and make one engine. And it's not going to be a restoration, it's just going to be an engine that's going to run, because there's too many things that aren't going to be right, because I'm going to have to adapt the governor arm for here, and I don't have the Kickstarter mechanism. This is going to turn into a rope starter. And what else? I don't know. Oh, the shroud's not going to have the right clamps to hold it in place. And I'm thinking about maybe clipping these ears off of the one I'm going to use, because it's not going to have a Kickstarter, so, and it's not going to be a restoration, it's just going to be an engine. Oh, and I did figure out what was going on with this tag. Upon better examination of it, there is a real faint L there, and the A is real prominent. So this is an LA. So that explains that. Well, I think I'm going to call this one a video for now. Next time you see this engine, hopefully we'll be trying to get her started. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. And thanks for watching. See you next time.